Welcome to Reframe Your Mindset for Success. With me today is Callum. How are you today, Callum?
I'm doing well, very well. How are you, Paul?
I'm really good. Yeah. Enjoying my week. How's your week going?
Very good. It's after dinner here in Canberra, so it's a rainy day, rainy night. Um, yeah, it's not as pleasant as where you are, I'm sure.
Yeah, I mean, to tell you the truth, we've had wonderful weather this summer in the UK, but
Yeah, okay.
we're now getting the wind and the rain. It's kind of returning back to normal. So, yeah,
Yeah, yeah.
fluctuation. So, it's about 10 past 11 here. What time is it for you? You said nighttime there?
8:10, just after 8 p.m.
After 8 p.m. Okay. And
Yeah.
what is it you've been doing this week? What have you been up to?
Well, it's an interesting one. I'm meant to be in Bali at the moment at an AI conference. Um, Long story short, silly me missed. Yeah, clearly didn't do my research thoroughly enough. And I got to the airport at 6 a.m. Yesterday morning, only to realize that I wasn't able to board because my passport is expiring in 5 months' time.
No
And we
way.
do need, for international travel, many countries, including Indonesia, require at least 6 months
Yeah.
validity. So it got me, and I wasn't able to board. And yeah, it's quite rough actually because I was really excited for it and fully packed, ready to go and ready to network and meet lots of amazing people. And yeah, that didn't sort of work out. But thankfully, thank goodness I did this. Is when I purchased my ticket, I did get the video, the post event video recordings. So I'm looking forward to that. Hopefully, I'll be able to, yeah, I don't know, put some time aside and have my own little party learning all about AI from the speakers, but that's all right.
It's
So that's
amazing.
been my week. Yeah. That
It's,
and just work.
it's amazing, isn't it? Because I know
Yeah.
for us with the passport, I think it's something like 3 months. You've got to make sure that across Europe, if there's 3 months to go, then they're not going to accept it.
Mm,
But it's different. As
mm.
you're saying, it's
Well,
so
6 months is rough.
missed that. Yeah, it is definitely. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. So
Um.
note to self, anyone listening,
Yeah.
make
Totally.
sure you
Check your passports. Yeah.
check your passport.
Yeah.
Thank goodness I wasn't speaking at the event. Put it that way.
Oh yeah. Absolutely. Well, that would have been a great loss, wouldn't it? So yeah,
Oh,
absolutely. Well,
that's
as you know, I start the podcast with your story, so it's kind of an over to you in as many words as you want to tell it.
absolutely. Yeah, yeah. So look, I mean, my story is an interesting one. I am in the digital marketing space now, in particularly SEO and digital PR. I run a digital marketing company or a PR company called Otto Media here in Canberra. We are only a year and a half old, and since the start, it's definitely growing way too fast for my liking. So everything's just chaotic at this point in time. We're currently at 14 full-time team members. So it went from two when I first started, or just me, into yeah, Zia, and then now, yeah, we literally just put on a content manager just yesterday. So it's growing at a crazy rate, but I'm learning a lot because we are mostly remote. Only four of our team members are in Australia.
Right.
So there's a lot that comes with that they don't teach you. And I reckon that in itself, anyone out there wanting to do a podcast, there'd definitely be listeners wanting to know about how to run a remote company because yeah, you learn very quickly about lots of different things,
Yeah.
including mindset. Far out, you've got to be strong. you, there's a lot of cultures you're working with, but it's good though. It's wonderful.
I can imagine. I can imagine. And
Mm.
going backwards in time, before you set up the company, what was it you were doing previously, and how did you get to where you are today?
Yeah, definitely. So I was actually a trained school teacher, high school teacher.
Okay.
So I taught music, and I was playing in bands, and then I got into management with the band group, and I ended up managing around 100 artists, and then we grew that to open up a new state. So I moved up to Queensland, and we ended up getting it to the point where I was managing probably around 200, yeah, close to 200 creatives, so videographers, photographers, and musicians, and really it was a marketing company that needed to somehow make it feel, I guess that's the word, make it feel like it's a really tight knit band locally. But the output, the end result was a band or a photographer for the event. So yeah, the power of marketing in that space, they are run from New York, and so I was able to work quite closely with them. Yeah, the CEO flew me over a few times to New York and to work with him and his marketing team, which was just amazing. So that was the taste of marketing for me. Um, got to July, we were up to almost 500 events. Actually, we did hit 500 events booked in a year. Um, so it was very, very successful, this company. And then COVID hit. COVID hit, changed everything. I lost all of my work was commission based. I was a trumpet player, lost all my gigs. In Australia, it was a very tough, tough time. I feel like our government definitely put their foot down with restrictions on what we were able to do, and it got as bad as if you were able to go ahead with an event of any kind, you could only have maximum up to, I think it was around 40 people, so including the staff. So if you got a 4 or 5, 6 piece band, I think the first to go is going to be the trumpet player, unfortunately. So I thought, well, stuff this. I've lost all my work. I've lost everything. What do I do? And so I figured out I'm going to become a DJ. So I taught myself to DJ.
Yeah.
I knew the power of digital marketing as a whole, a very overarching approach. I sort of knew a little bit of lots of different things, but I decided to hone my skills in SEO,
Yeah.
which is being able to be found organically on Google, without paying for paid advertising. And in 12 months, I was, fortunate enough, I did get very obsessed with that. So much so that I actually built it to over $100,000 in 12 months, which was amazing. So it gave me that gift to know that I could do it. Then I thought, well, hey, if I could do it for myself, maybe that's a little ticket to hook my siblings up. So I got them up and running as a DJ. Now they're turning over $100,000. So it clearly worked. And I thought, well, I better share this gift. It's and then that's how I sort of formed Otto Media. I kind of fell into it. I didn't expect it. I just I never really saw myself to do that, but here I am. And now
It's interesting.
we're
It's, the
a team of
for me, at the time I was doing quite a lot of speaking, and it was on a stage, and some of the consultancy work that I was doing, everything just dropped off a cliff. That was it. And
yeah.
you think one of the first things to go as well when it comes to business is going to be
Mm,
like the learning development, leadership developments, because it's a nice to have in some respects. I mean, it shouldn't always be
yes,
the case because it does make a massive difference. But
it does.
for me, it was how do I reinvent? I think for a lot of people at the time, experienced very
Mm,
similar
mm,
things, both me and you. And that's what you've done.
mm,
You've reinvented yourself now, and actually
yeah.
found a new path and a new journey, isn't it?
It is. It really is. I never would have thought I'd be doing what I'm doing only just a few years ago. Um, so I mean, that was the blessing of COVID. I guess it gave me what I needed to get to where I am now. So as hard and as tough as that was, it's actually an absolute blessing. So yeah,
Amazing, isn't it? Like
hitting a bat.
life finds a way. At the
Who would
time,
have thought?
at the time, similar to me, I had my head
Yeah,
in my hands at some point, thinking, "Oh my God,
yeah.
what am I going to do?" And
Oh, it's nuts.
eventually,
Yeah.
it's worked its way out. It's worked itself out, hasn't it? So
Yes, yes.
I,
We can't rely on just our looks,
that's it.
unfortunately.
I
Unfortunately, Paul, we're not
definitely
that
can't rely
gifted.
on mine. So on the basis of the podcast being about mindset, as you know, why would you say mindset's so important to you?
Well, I mean, mindset to me is finding internal strength to see through the storms, that is inevitable to happen, especially, I mean, in business, but just in life. I think mindset is everything. Who you surround yourself is so important.
Yeah,
Be around positivity, find positivity, love yourself. I mean, myself, I've got ADHD, and with that comes, a big bag of all these emotions and big feelings, and it's it's definitely something that I'm always trying to improve on, and I read a lot. I read a lot about the human brain, human mind, mindset, um, and I think if I was to sort of pinpoint something currently, I think just scaling up to 14 staff in such a short time. It's definitely tested me, not just mentally but also financially. Which again, it's you really need to back yourself to know that you're doing the right thing. Uh, as scary as it is, I'm responsible for so many team members putting food on the table. So I need to make this work, and that's always in the back of my head as well. But I sort of use that to channel my energy into being focused and
yeah.
focus on knowing that I'm doing the right thing, and we're helping a lot of businesses, and um, it's
Yeah.
actually really exciting. I don't really care about the money, to be honest. Yes. Well, yeah, thank goodness I don't at the moment because there's definitely not much of it, but we're working on it.
Yeah, I was gonna say, well, what's really interesting is that, for so many people who work in corporations, work for organizations, is, when you're managing, say, 14 people,
Mm.
it's different when you're actually paying them. Do you know
Oh,
what I mean?
yeah.
And their livelihood depends on you and how successful the
Yes.
business is. And I think some people sometimes don't appreciate that. When you say,
Mm.
I've scaled up to 14 people, but actually you've got all of that responsibility. And at the same time, as you said, it's about a passion, it's about a dream, but at the same time taking people with you.
Yes.
So on the basis of, the way you've described that, and you've described a lot of things around, positivity, surround yourself with the right people. I know you mentioned the
Mm.
ADHD, so obviously there's a lot of emotional content that you deal with as well at the same time. But
Yeah.
how would you describe your mindset on a day-to-day basis?
I think find the lessons in your challenges. So, um, yeah, you get hit with them all the time. Yeah, sometimes when you least expect it. And even if it's not anything sort of in your space, it might be in someone you love's space. And that can be a challenge as well. And trying to, be with them and encourage them to see the good. Yeah. So yeah, I spoke about my sister-in-law is that, yeah, for example, only very recent she'd lost her baby, and that in itself was just tragic, and she's still suffering, and in pain, and so dealing with that, but trying to be strong as well to try to find the positive side to things, which is very hard when you're talking about the life of a child. So um, I think, yeah, reframing challenges into lessons and use that to support the people that you love, and be their strong mindset when they're down. Because yeah, I do believe that, yeah, you surround yourself with great people, everyone's rooting for you. And sometimes when you're in that sort of dark mindset or headspace, it can be hard to see. So yeah, that's sort of how I do it. I mean, the other thing is ADHD. My world's definitely just chaotic. It really is.
Yeah,
I'm just, the fact I can just sit and have this conversation. I mean, it's fantastic, but I'm definitely creative. But I've needed to really learn and understand discipline.
yeah,
Um, Perfect example. I started as an SEO company. It's just grown to be not just that, as SEO, web development, digital PR, social media management, social media, and paid ads. Um, it's just growing and growing and growing and growing, and it's just like, man, I just need to rein this in. Because yeah, it's a lot's happening, but I'm loving it. I'm loving every second. But yeah, it's I guess that's sort of a roundabout way to describe my mindset. Just
yeah,
chaotic.
yeah, definitely. And it's interesting, isn't it? Because you're saying the superpower there is the creativity, yeah.
Yes.
And then the other part of it, as you're saying, it is the level of control you've got over that creativity at times, and
Yes.
being a little bit more disciplined. It's
Yeah,
really,
it sucks because you're the boss, and they
yeah,
listen to you sometimes. And when your crazy brain goes somewhere, it's kind of like, I wish sometimes I just say, Callum, snap out of it. You're being ridiculous. But I guess that's what my wife's for. But it
it is,
keeps me,
yeah,
in check.
definitely, it is interesting, isn't it? Because I'm
Yeah.
creative by nature too, and I have all these crazy
Yes.
ideas, and you think, you know,
Mm.
you, you can't chase all of them at the end of the day,
You can't as much as you want to.
yeah, yeah.
Mm,
So,
mm.
if you think about, and obviously your wife's going to be part of the answer to this question, but if you were to say, what techniques that you use, or things that you might use to make sure your mindset's in the right place, are there any techniques, or maybe tools that you use?
There is, and it's only just come to me now, which is again, classic ADHD. So I don't know how this is going to go coming out, but I've got a wonderful therapist. Actually, she's, yeah, absolutely terrific. And a couple of things that we've been able to identify is internally being able to just slow down,
Yeah,
go inside yourself internally, and find that burning desire of what's causing you to feel this way. And so for me, I've kind of, come to learn that there's a little dude inside of me, this little with a burning desire, climbing the walls, wanting to go, 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 go.
yeah,
And sometimes, that poor little fella needs to have a break. So, so I call him the runner, and he just wants to win. And I think that it's really important to, I guess, understand it's okay to slow down.
Yeah,
Um, yeah, that was the question. The question was, how do I
yeah, no,
enhance my mindset?
yeah,
Was
yeah,
that, yeah. So I think sort of slow growth is smart growth. So I just want to go, 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 but it is nice just to slow everything down and just try to get it right. I'm really big on just figuring out the importance of surrounding yourself with great people, very talented people, but more importantly, when you're scaling, is systems. You've got to, like, the amount of time and effort. We've actually got an AI lead in our team as well. I forgot to mention him as well. And his entire job is to literally hone in on all of our systems and figure out how we can multiply the output and leverage AI to automate things so we can get more work done for our clients. So it's really just about scaling um, by doing the best you can do. It's not so much just about scale at all costs, because you will fall over. And I mean, I just hate that I'm moving at the speed I am, but it's I've got a very beautiful wife that she's letting me. I'm meant to be putting the kids to bed, and here I am. So you'll probably hear a baby crying soon, and Great, there you go. I'm busy.
yeah,
So
yeah.
thanks, Paul.
Yeah,
That's what
I feel really guilty now that I'm stopping you from putting the kids to bed. So,
No, don't be
and
silly. No, we can do
and
this again
obviously,
tomorrow.
yeah, obviously with having four kids myself, and I know it goes into it, by the way. So, but on the basis of what you just said was really insightful. Actually looking inwards and
Yeah.
you is describing the runner. It might be
Oh,
slightly
100%.
yeah, it might be slightly
100%.
different for different people. They might go internally and maybe see something different, but your understanding of that is really helping you. So, that's
It
really
is.
nice. I really like that.
It's
Um,
interesting that you actually understand that, because that was just came out of nowhere. I didn't even think that I've never mentioned that, actually. And
yeah,
it's such a big thing that I think of every day. I try to thank him. I know it sounds bad, but try and thank him for being the runner and pushing me to my limits. And I really appreciate him. But that's you know, there's someone else in there that doesn't need to be
yeah,
so
no,
hardcore, and it's okay.
yeah,
And just,
I
you know,
understand where you're
sit with
coming
it. Mm,
very, 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 very interesting principle of
mm,
look inside yourself and you can
yeah.
see. For you, and
Mm,
I'm just going to take it as you describing the runner inside yourself,
mm,
and
mm,
describing that as advantageous, but also, I guess, at some points as well, as much as it's the benefits, there can be consequences in that too. So I
there
think
is.
as a piece of advice, the way that you've described that, would be really interesting for people to look inside themselves and actually see
Mm,
what they see, if you know what I mean,
mm.
or what's
Oh,
wrong,
yeah.
I think. So
Yeah, yeah. It's a great way to be able to separate yourself from your emotions, to not be, don't let your emotions run you, but you can have a handle on your emotions, and it's okay to feel what you're feeling. And you can talk to them as well, which is, it's so weird. It's a weird thing, but yeah, try every day. I try and thank him for
yeah,
doing what he's doing and protecting me, wanting to provide for my family, want to push me to my limits, wants to do everything because it's going to make everything good, wants to help so many other people. But again, it comes at a cost, and you just need to separate that and understand that that's what they're trying to do, and that's okay. But they can take a break too, and you can enjoy your moment. Go
yeah,
and enjoy time with your child. Go and enjoy just, you know
yeah, no problem.
reading a book, or just be present. Yeah, don't let it get away from you.
Definitely. So on the
Mm.
basis of, you look at, your career and, still focusing on mindset, is there anybody who's helped you? You said you mentioned also that you've read quite a number of books. Is there a book that's helped you? Is there something that, it might be an experience? What's helped you frame your mindset?
Frame my mindset. I read lots of books, Paul. I read far out. There's so much that goes that I couldn't even put it down to one person. In terms of mindset, there is definitely one person that I just love, that I'm sure I'm going to say her name and everyone's going to be like, oh yeah, I know who that is Mel Robbins. She is just a superstar in terms of
Brilliant book.
mindset, and being able to just, because she's seen it, she's been through it all herself, and she's so open about it. She went through extremely dark times and was able to come out, and look at her now. She's just killing it. So I read all her books, and she had a recent one, the Let Them Theory. That's a brilliant approach as well. So if you haven't read that book, it's going to make you understand that yeah, you can't control everything that's happening, but you can just you can control yourself.
Yeah.
Just it's okay. Just let them be them. You can't control the outcome. So yeah, that was really cool. There's I guess developing my mindset. Um, in work, well, I guess I could talk about that. Um, just finished reading a book called Endless Customers by Marcus Sheridan. It's
Okay.
definitely an unknown book. Not many people know about it, but my goodness, it is just brilliant for any business owner that's thinking, how do I stay on top in such a crazy time where everything's so expensive and times are tough and everyone's just trying to beat everyone on price and race to the bottom. And it's the entire principle is around, well, it's definitely certainly around our values, but being able to build your brand internally through great education and content and actually treating your business like a media company. So you need to pump out content and get people to hear about you and help people because what goes around comes around and majority of people are very lazy. And so if there's someone who will answer or do the very thing that you are looking for, well, they're going to go to the person that they trust, and if that's going to be your business because you're out there pushing out so much helpful, amazing content, answering questions that people want to hear, and doing it with absolute honesty and transparency, you're going to be the trusted voice and the business that they turn to. And I've certainly seen that, and I think that's a massive reason for our growth. Yeah.
Yeah, makes
So
sense.
that's a great book, Endless Customers, and They Ask You Answer by
Yeah,
Marcus Sheridan.
really.
Highly recommend.
Yeah, two great recommendations there.
Mm,
Definitely, the let them theory. I've read that, but I will definitely
yeah.
look at endless customers too. So on
It's brilliant.
the basis of your journey through business, then I do ask, is there any, and it's a funny story you can share with the listeners. Has there been any funny stories, anything humorous that's happened that you could share?
Do you mean like in what context? Sorry,
Yeah,
Paul.
sorry, just as in a funny story. I mean, it might be an embarrassing story. It might be something that's gone wrong. It might be something that, it's just happened through meeting different people.
Oh my goodness. It's I've just got to make sure that it's appropriate. it's there's a lot of things that happen that's just really, really funny. But I can't actually let me come back to that if something comes up. Um I'd love to come back to this because there's lots of different funny stories, both work related and just personal. I mean, me doing the DJing, there's a lot of funny things that happen there. That's brilliant. But yeah, I'll come back to that. I reckon something will pop up.
Yeah, yeah.
I'm sure.
I'll let that bounce around in your mind.
Yeah,
Anyway. I do say things,
yeah,
mention something sometimes, and it just
yeah.
works its way around the room and then comes back to you. Uh,
Absolutely.
you
Yep.
know,
I'll interrupt you.
Yeah, my kids always say to me, Dad, all you got to do is tell one of your holiday stories because I've got that many from falling over and falling off things. Honestly, along the way, it's been mind-boggling, really. How it's sometimes you say it only happens to me type thing, but
That's so funny. Yeah. Yep. Sometimes it's no, just stupid things. Far out. I mean, the first thing that's coming to my mind, even just not that long ago, I'm DJing and there's a little crossfader on your DJ booth and on your DJ decks. And anyway, I must have turned too quick, and I'm obviously not the biggest gym junkie, and let's just say I do really enjoy my food. And you turn around, and the stomach kind of hits the crossfader and change the song. It's mid song, and that's very funny. I'm like, oh, let's move that back.
someone says, "Yeah, what a great
It's
mix."
hire me, guys.
That's
It's
it.
me. I'll eat your buffet. So it's funny. It's yeah.
That's a good story.
There's a funny story
How long
for you,
was
mate.
it?
Let's roll with that.
Yeah, yeah.
Jeez,
So
very funny.
bringing it back around, I've got that in my mind. By the way, I'm gonna have to
You can picture it. Now, my shirt was on, Paul. My shirt was
try.
on. Okay.
That's the good stuff. So on
Yeah.
the basis of you now, if you looking at your business and the way that you want to grow your business, what's the dream for you moving forwards?
So I think you just need to be honest with yourself and be authentic to you. And You don't have to hide. Even just in business, like I'm the first to say that I have really tough days where I'm seriously depressed. Weeks, months. There are times that are really dark, and it's okay. It's all right. Just be honest with yourself. And I mean, if you've got a give mindset, I truly believe that everyone who truly loves you is going to be there for you because you're going to be there for them when they need you. So I guess, I mean, yeah, mindset. It's not always about being positive. I mean, I know we spoke about that, but I think it'd be just, try just to always be honest. Be honest in everything you do because you'll sleep at night. Everything will be better, even if you're honest in the bad times. You'll have integrity, and I truly believe that even in business. Um, yeah, like no one's perfect.
No,
Just do the best you can and try and help people.
yeah, that's really, really good advice. And that'd be
Mm,
obviously your key ending
mm,
advice for the listeners, yeah?
100%. I mean, that's really, um, yeah, have integrity just in yourself. There's too much garbage out there and distrust, and I think if you can just have that one value, everyone in your life is going to appreciate you
Yeah,
so much more, and you'll get so much more out of relationships. Just be
definitely.
honest.
Yeah,
Mm,
I love that. I love that. I love, integrity, being
mm,
genuine. I think
mm,
it's so important in the world that we live in these days. So
mm.
it's a great piece of advice to finish on. So,
Brilliant.
Callum, it's been great having you on the podcast today. I've really enjoyed it. A few laughs there along the way too. So many thanks for coming on to the show.
Paul, such a pleasure. Thank you for having me. I really appreciate it.